just before I leave this most favourite spots of mine. Someone asked me the other day about stillness, and I think stillness is such a fascinating topic for persons who don't adhere to the idea that you need meditation no matter what your faith. And the reason I say that is some persons really lack discipline to spend time alone with God. And if you spend time alone with God, stillness can only come from that. Even if it's reading, stillness will wash over you hormonally. And I said to them, I said, you can't determine what clouds will come over you in the sky. You can't say that, but you can always make sure that you look at the blue behind them. You can always make sure that you can see the blue, that you know the blue is there. And thoughts are clouds and stillness is the blue. But why do you need it is very important to me, because we have this structure that many, I feel, don't understand. You have a physical body, then you have a soul, then you have a spirit. Now many people are governed by the spirit. It pollutes the soul, which pollutes the actions of the physical body. And of course the one spirit you don't want to be governed by is the spirit of what we call the enemy, the lower nature, who would have you behaving addictively, immorally, and so on and so forth. And there are other spirits. They say there's the Jezebel spirit can influence a person, and that person can be becoming sexually immoral, lying, full of fear, things of this nature. And if you have actions based in love and a sense of love, then you can guarantee you're being governed by the right spirit. But of course, to find out which spirit's governing you, you first of all need some stability in the physical body. So when your physical body gets still, you start to hear the soul. You start to hear that connection, because you are still enough. It's not autopilot, and you say, hey, I feel very loving, very peaceful. Or you can identify, hey, I've got a bit of a fear surrounding this topic. Where's that coming from? But the more you do that, the easier it is to get into the stillness of soul, so you can see which spirit is there. And if you really want to connect with the Holy Spirit, which is the one that we all want to be with, then having stillness, to me, it's an urgent matter, because when your thoughts are coming, if you keep picking up this cloud, you have to pick up on some thought, that's what they're there for. But if you keep grabbing every random cloud, you might grab clouds that are not conducive of the right actions for you. And thus, as you perform these actions that come, maybe something comes along for you to be immoral, something comes along for you to steal, something comes along for you to adult, whatever it might be, you grab that by accident and you hold on to it. You toy with the idea. Before you know it, your soul has been polluted by it, because this wrong spirit sent you this wrong thought, you've grabbed it, and now before you know it, you're performing these incorrect activities with your body. When you get still enough, you can start seeing that less and less do these thoughts come. But they won't not come. But when they do come, and if you do grab them and you act incorrectly, it's very good to acknowledge that they were incorrect, so as you can energetically realign with the correct spirit again. Because if you don't acknowledge that you've made an error, you go, I've done that again and I shouldn't have done it. If you just let it happen, then these actions become habits. And these habits become you, and the you becomes aligned with the wrong spirit. And thus, more and more, the less you acknowledge the wrong that you do, the more likely you are to align with the wrong spirit. So when these thoughts come, these clouds, and you grab them, make sure that you're conscious of which ones you want to grab and entertain. And if they come and they're not ones you want to grab and entertain, that's not your fault. Look at the blue and say, I'll wait for that to pass, thank you. And when it does pass, then you will see that beautiful union between the three. Your body, when your soul is aligned with the correct spirit, less and less incorrect actions and desires and thoughts will come. And when less and less come, you're less likely to grab onto them. And when you don't grab onto them, your actions become more about that which the foundation of all of this, the spirit, is about. And yet the more that you embrace those things that you shouldn't be embracing, this starts shaking in a different way. And the Holy Spirit's shaking in one way, and it's shaking too heavily, and it can't connect. And so this other spirit comes in and matches your vibration. And then before you know it, you're stuck. And when you get stuck like that, you've got work to do, because you need to change the way this is shaking collectively to reach the way that the Holy Spirit is shaking. And you do that by altering your actions, you do that by grabbing the best thoughts, and you can do that only by being focused on the stillness behind, the blue behind. Because if you're just focused on each cloud as it comes, if you're just focused on thought, it's so hard. But if you see the blue behind, it's very peaceful. The blue is not moving, the blue is there, and the clouds come, the thoughts come. No, I don't want that one. No, I don't want that one. Whereas if you were going, this thought, no, this thought, no, it's totally different rhythm. So, just wanted to share that anyway. It's one of the analogies that I use for myself. And it's important that we understand that relationship. Your soul and your actions will never be pure, because you're human and you have fallen. We all have. But the spirit of you can be pure, can be perfect. But you have to make sure that you align with it. And when you are aligned with it, you'll see. You'll see that when you make the wrong actions, you feel starting to disconnect from it. And it's, oh no, I've made a mistake. I want to go back because it felt so good. It's when you forget to say, I've made a mistake. You start getting used to the lower vibration. That's where the horror begins. That's where you lose control of your flesh and your soul, because you plug it into the wrong spirit. So, focus on the blue. Focus on the still. And choose. Choose wisely which one you hold on to. Love you all, guys. God bless. Bye.
How you gonna get free this time? Falling into a blue sky mind. Came to me in that song, my friend. I just wanna go back again. Hey. Mother standing right next to me, showing me what I need to see. Hey. Rain is falling into my mouth. Flowers blooming all up and down. I found healing through the body. It's in and through the body.